Let's reset from the top.
All right, make it drop. Okay.
Put some pudding in your sock.
It's like we never left.
Right.
Hello, and welcome back to Mental Health Monday, where we talk advocacy, resources, and ending the stigma associated with mental health. And we are back, baby! After a long break, we are back to give you content. Now, as we move forward, we will be doing content bi-weekly instead of weekly because your girl is a busy bee. So today we will be talking about the overlap between addiction and mental health. A lot of times individuals don't see that there is any overlap, or they treat each like separate issues, when a lot of times there are things that overlap between the two of them, or reasons why one causes the other. When we're talking addiction, we're not just talking about substance use disorder, we are also talking about other addictions as well. Self-harm, sex, shopping, gambling, all of those can still be considered addictions that you could still need recovery from. Now, there are so many things that can lead to a person having addictive tendencies or becoming addicted to something specific, whether it be pain, trauma, or even genetics. That's why it's so important to look at mental health as an aspect of addiction recovery. Now, a lot of people think that they are two separate entities, when in reality, they are a lot more alike than you would think. A lot of times an individual can become addicted to self-harm because that's all they knew when they were growing up from their caretaker. Maybe an individual becomes addicted to gambling or shopping or spending money because they didn't have a lot when they were a kid. Maybe someone becomes addicted to hoarding because they did not have resources when they were younger, so now they keep everything that they can. And maybe an individual was injured on their job and got prescribed painkillers for the very first time and thus became addicted. It really just depends on where a person is at in their own specific journey. Sometimes mental health problems lead to addiction because individuals don't have access to services or don't even know where to start. Sometimes an individual is offered a beer at a party one time and that's it for them. Then after that, alcohol becomes their medication. And maybe an individual had a wonderful upbringing and tried something for the very first time, and because it was in their genetics, now they're addicted. It really just depends on the person's specific journey. That's why it's so important we have a holistic approach to recovery and to mental health, because it is not one size fits all. It should be an individualistic approach. Mental health issues can cause addictions, and addictions can cause mental health issues, and that's just the way that it is. It's really important to put into perspective that addiction is a disease. Now, when we look at mental health and we look at addiction, we do see that there is tons of overlap between the two, which is why it's so important to have services that integrate both. Sometimes that's really hard in the community, but reach out to your care team, lean on them, and if you feel like you're struggling with addiction, make sure that you talk to somebody and work through it the best you can. Remember, recovery is individual. It means whatever works for you works for you. That may not work for somebody else, and that's totally okay. Do what you gotta do for you, and remember, recovery is possible. And that's all for today's Mental Health Monday. Join us next week as we talk about another topic. What will it be? Who knows? Don't forget to subscribe below. Comment what you'd like to see in the future, and let us know that you love us so much, so we'll keep this series going. Bye.